It has become easy now to find some who have turned the breeding of pit bulls into a blood sport that can be more profitable and safer than drug dealing.
People just desensitize these animals and use them as gladiators.
As a breeder we call Tony told producer Jillian Kreitzman, many are killed.
You could just you could shoot them up. You can euthanize them, or if not, you can electrocute them.
And what method do you use to electrocute them?
You stick it in the wall in the socket, stick it in the socket, just fall right there, put them in the plastic bag, put them right there in the garbage.
It's like the mob. If you rat somebody out, you get dealt with. Nobody wants to get dealt with, so everybody just leaves it alone.
They don't see the skin ripped off their heads or the hide ripped off their back ends. When I look at this, I feel like I'm living in a totally uncivilized world.
Big investment firms in trouble. Now the insurance giant AIG, where is it all headed? How will you be affected? Bertha Coombs joins us now from CNBC. Bertha, first, before we get into how people are going to be affected, tell us what we can expect today.
Today, the markets are going to be sort of on hold.
A lot of people are waking up this morning and they're very concerned about the safety of their investment accounts, their retirement accounts. Should the average person worry?
At this point, no, depending on how much you have.
Can the FDIC handle another collapse, another firm?
They are assuring us that they can, because the other one that we're watching right now is Washington Mutual. That's the biggest savings and loan in the country.
It could mean the loss of 30,000 jobs in New York. What does that mean for the New York economy?
It's a tough hit for the New York economy.
We're going to watch and wait for the morning's opening.
I guess I was introduced to OxyContin when I was about 15 years old. It did everything that I ever searched for.
More and more young people have become hooked. Abusers get their hands on the pills mostly in 4 different ways.
Morgan.
No, he's not talking to anybody.
But prosecutors allege there is another way, though it is rare. Corrupt doctors and pharmacists who sell prescriptions for profit. Last May, Dr. Richard Morgan, with offices in Massapequa and Manhattan, was indicted with 5 others for conspiracy to distribute large quantities of OxyContin, usually for patients he never examined or met.
Found empty bottles with my name on it, my ex-wife's name on it, my daughter's name on it, and people that I don't even know on it. And the doctor was filling them for cash.
The Lanieri family of Smithtown feels Dr. Morgan bears some responsibility for the death of their son, Daniel.
We are different people now. We've lost our only son over a stupid, stupid drug. And the only place I can go see my son is a grave. I go every day.
Chris is wrapping up his back-to-school series. Let's get to day one. This is Ava, and you got Eva. I'm sorry. Stand correct by day one. What does partly cloudy look like? Show us how you do that. It makes sense. Doesn't look too good, Kristen. You have an umbrella.
No.
What do you have there? A little more sun?
Yeah.
Okay, good-looking stuff. What's your temperature? Let's see it. You're doing a dance, too. That's wonderful. We didn't practice that, but that's good. It works. You look like you're ready for the beach. I can see why. 86 degrees. Skylar. Nice job. You're dressed. Make sure you wear sunscreen.
Choosing between a baby and a career can be tough.
That's right. Tracy Strahan explains why the decision is becoming even more difficult for some local college professors.
I had an EMT in my class who told me it's okay, I'll take care of you if you go into labor in the classroom.
And she almost did, because the City University of New York doesn't offer paid maternity leave to expectant mothers.
It's impossible for me to have more children under the current policy.
Thousands of present and potential parents working for one of the city's largest employers have turned into protesters.
I'm very hopeful with this new contract that we'll be able to get something, because this is so important.
An interesting thing, we were talking about this whole maternity leave policy in the morning meeting yesterday, and the United States, there is no federally mandated maternity policy. Now, they did a study recently. 173 countries were studied. The U.S. is one of 5 that does not have a maternity policy. The other countries are Lesotho, Liberia, Swaziland, and Papua New Guinea. It's outrageous when you think about it.
It really is.
Yeah.
Poor boys. Okay, let's be real. Men have very few options.
Big names are wearing a slimmer tie, whether it's a guy like Barack Obama, all the way on to Jude Law, Kanye West, Justin Timberlake. A second look is our more conservative look. No, but he's definitely the most fashion-forward guy in his office.
They definitely come with an image. They come with, I'm a little bit rock and roll, I know who I am, I'm a little earthy, I'm a little gritty. That's the guy that's wearing the skinny tie.
5:52 now. What happens when graffiti and fashion come together? A company in our area found a unique way to blend the two
while helping to keep the graffiti off the streets.
They call him Columbia, one of the artists working with a new company taking local graffiti artists and transforming their work into legal art, showcased on backpacks and messenger bags. David Ben David and Eddie Shabat are the co-founders of Tattooed.
It's not just, hit them over the head and put them in jail, and then when they come back, they're going to have to do it again because they have no other option. This is a solution.
On the straps it says, time for hope, time for peace. For this side it says time for change.